Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. No. I'll go special.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Got it.
Second and 5 now. Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to go down again. B.J. Hill, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Indy. Here we go. Switch. Ready.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Down. Now. Keep it up. Show it. Show it. Slam. You draw Corker.
Second and 3. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Let's go. 5.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm coming, I'm 5. 54. Mike, defense.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On the double. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, exit. Hey, lock it. Hey.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position. Now bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot.
And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Broncos. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there. What? Hey, check 24. Check 24. Sponge.
This is Homer.
He's checking.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it, baby.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
0. Mike 2. Go. Go. To the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
There's Wilson to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep. This is caught at the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Well, he will be taken down here as the 1st quarter of play will come to an end. 1. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They run the counter. Richards. A big seam, and he may go all the way. 20. All the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Jump. Let's go double count right here, double count.
Now Wilson on 1st down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
From the 39, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. From the shotgun, Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Bandit.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They go play action now. Wilson, he sets to fire deep. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores. The kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Hey, 14, he's going deep. Get him.
On 1st down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run this with Homer. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
12. Check.
Now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Back to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. It's their quarterback. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, the first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike, 57. Let's go.
2nd and 11. He's got Watkins on the out route. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready up. 54's Mike. Check. Hey, back up. 54. I got you, son. Mike's 54.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was pump the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Freeman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
18 Gator. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
He'll look to throw. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way, creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 7, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, Alpha.
2nd and 9 now. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Bravo.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, Delta. Watch the screen, watch the screen. 54 now.
Now back to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check it back. Get it.
2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. There he goes inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. 10. Let's go.
He's got the first down inside the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Going on the ground with Homer. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On 1st down, it's Carson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 7, Wilson looking for the... And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Philip Dorsett. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Check 9, check 9. 5.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Richards, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Okay, ready? Mike 5-4. Hey, wahoo!
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw here. He'll let this go deep for Sutton, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Steps, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's how we do, D. That's what check. 22. Check. Inside the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Kill, kill, kill. Hey, guys, listen.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, check 24, watch 24. 18. Kill.
Third and long, it's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go, baby.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The way with the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is.
Well, he's got daylight. It's a foot race past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. That's complete to Gislin, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Gary Jennings, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Protein spill. Get ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that is how you do it, my friends. This will be spotted out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Got it. Run.
Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle.